just a look here at the whole watering thing again. I got this little cover. It's just a tub, painted black cover. Kind of protect this from the Texas sun and elements, right? You know, these things are able to withstand the normal outdoor temperatures and weather, but why not just give it a little extra cover? Keep them nice and long and no bleaching from the sun. Of course, we got the mister filter, and then of course the fertilizer filter there. So again, I just put in some more tablespoons of what they call the master blend. It's something that a lot of gardeners use for aquaponics, for drip irrigation, for a lot of things. But basically I put in the master blend powder. It's, you know, the nitrogen and potassium and calcium and all that. So put that in, and the next feed cycle it will go out through the distribution here and feed all of these plants. Now the only thing is, how, you know, that this is a 1 gallon feeder, 1 gallon container, and it's got, you know, kind of like a slow, medium, and fast distribution cycle. So the question is, how much do you put in there for feeding all of these plants? Now it's set to a slow distribution, so you put the powder in. Now I would imagine you put the powder in not at the same concentration per gallon, per 5 gallon as you would when you're spraying, let's say, but because this is giving a little bit of solution each time. If you notice here, it's got the water in hose and it's got the water out hose, and it's got this little distribution here. So when the water turns on, then the water comes through here, takes a little bit of the solution and the fertilizer, and then spits it out here and puts it back in the general feeding. So it's getting a little bit. It's not like you're putting a full concentration if you had a hand spray or something like that. So the question would be, is how much powder or how much solution you put in there for all the garden. It's probably a guess. There's probably some ratio. And I guess, you know, if you felt like your plants weren't getting enough solution, then you'd notice. If you're getting too much, I think you might get some leaf, you know, conditions. It might be over fertilized. It might kill them. But the question is, it's kind of an experiment of how much you put in. So what I really put in there is just kind of a couple tablespoons to get the ratio of the master blend to the Epsom salt. It's almost like a 2-to-1 ratio a little bit there when you look at it. It's in grams, 12 grams, 12 grams, 6 grams. So it's the 12 grams of the master blend, 12 grams of the calcium nitrate, and then 6 grams, I believe, of the Epsom salts. So when you put that in, this is a gallon container. So like I say, it's going to feed out a little bit to each of the plants. So maybe somebody out there knows what a better ratio is. You kind of do a math equation out of it, I'm sure, you know, how much water per gallon gets distributed too. Because that's the other thing with these nozzles. These are about 1 gallon per hour nozzles. So, you know, they're only putting out so much. That's going to be an experiment, I think. You know, I don't think there's an easy answer of how much to put in to get these tomatoes with enough fertilizer to do the right thing without killing them. But anyways, just wanted to show you that piece there.